Hello, students. Uh, Today we are going to talk about negative capability and we will talk about how Shakespeare inspired uh, John Keats to become a chameleon poet, and in that pursuit uh, of mine, we will take As You Like It as a reference to explain negative capability and to prove my point and argument. Okay, but before that we will talk about what is negative capability. If we talk about negative capability, it is said negative capability is the ability to accept uncertainty and doubt without trying to find answers or explanation. Very well. So the definition is very self evident that negative capability is just you can say is just is just a mindset of a poet and the ability of that poet or writer in order to produce deliberate ambiguity so that the reader can easily uh, get lost in the plot of that work, and in that method, I mean in that process, there is the enormous enormous potential of getting that work be celebrated or be successful. So till now we have learned we have learned that negative capability is a mindset, not just a poetic device. But who coined this term, negative capability? It is John Keats in one of his letters to his brother in 1817. He coined this term as negative capability in order to praise Shakespeare. So before we leap directly into As You Like It, we will firstly uh, discuss the differences between romanticism, enlightenment, rationalism. The latter, enlightenment, rationalism. The latter, the latter says that any work should produce moral effects or be uh, any good to science, objectivity, clarity, or reason. But in in romanticism, there is emotion, imagination, mystery, and intuition. We talk more about emotions. The romanticism were not the Greek giants. They were romantics. They were emotional. They were having imagination. Yes, they were intellectual, but did not brandished the reason for the for paramount importance. Okay. Now, as we have talked much about much about uh, romanticism and enlightenment rationalism, but can we talk about why Keats was called as a chameleon poet, and how this negative capability, the ability of the writer to produce work in uncertainty and ambiguity in a very deliberate manner, so as to provide a work that involves a lot of thoughtful engagement, and that is no good to science, reason, clarity, intellectual discourses, or anything. See, john keats John Keats never uh, bothered himself for any kind of, uh, you can say, prized commodity in, in return for a poem. With that I mean, that John Keats was a true romantic. He, uh, when he drafts a poem, he drafts a poem. Okay, he only thinks of that. You can say, मतलब भावनाओं में बह जाता था वो पूरा। उस जब वो कविता लिखता था तो कविता ही में डूब जाता था, तभी उसे कमेलियन पोएट कहा जाता है। ठीक। एंड यस, ही वॉज डिफरेंट फ्रॉम अदर पोएट्स। फॉर एग्जाम्पल, he dwells in uncertainty, while Wordsworth saw poetry as emotion recollected in tranquility, disinterested beauty over moralism. Many romantics believe that poetry has the uh, has the purpose. The purpose of writing poetry is to teach or moralize people. But the chameleon poet does not want it to. He believed that anyhow the poetry is a just equal to a beautiful art. And there is no uh, room for glorifying the self as the center of the poetry experience. Keats dissolves ego to serve the poem. And last but not the least, it is that embrace of morality and melancholy. Keats finds beauty not in spite of death, but because of it. So till now we have discussed why he was called chameleon poet. क्यों? क्योंकि वो डूब जाता था जब काम करता था। तो उस लाइफ में उसके लिए बस पोइट्री ही एक चीज़ थी जिसके लिए वो जीता था। ठीक है, वो अलग बात है। चलो, and we have talked about negative capability, the ability to make readers live in ambiguity without getting bothered too much for reason or other things. Okay. Now we will talk about as you like it. Uh, in As You Like It, the heroine Rosalind disguises as Ganymede in order to trick people and to find her love and also to rescue herself, because his uh, his uncle wanted to kill her, or say to imprison her, to torture, नहीं कुछ भी. तो जो रोजलिंड थी वो गैनीमीड एक लड़के के फॉर्म में आके वो आई मीन इन गाइज ऑफ मैन नेम्ड गैनीमीड. शी वेंट टू फॉरेस्ट ऑफ आर्डन where she met Orlando and the romance occurred or anything like that. Okay. So in that way, if we look closely to this incident, Rosalind in disguise went to forest of Arden in order to find her love. अगर कोई साधारण आदमी ये प्ले लिखता तो वो सोचता कि इसमें ये लिखने की क्या ज़रूरत है कि मतलब वो किसी जंगल में गई और ये अपना प्यार ढूंढने के लिए कुछ. बट शेक्सपियर has nothing to rush with this. He enjoys ambiguity. Here is, I mean, the device, or say the plotting mindset, was actually negative capability, and Shakespeare knew that if he writes like this, he will be successful in his pursuit. Okay. I mean, in his goal. Love as a romantic and ridiculous element. Orlando in scene 2 Orlando in scene 2, act 1 scene 2. मैं पोएट्री पढ़ के सुनाता हूँ, ज़्यादा अच्छा रहेगा. सीन 2 लिखता है, हैंग देयर माई वर्स इन विटनेस ऑफ माई लव एंड दो थ्राइस क्राउंड क्वीन ऑफ नाइट सर्वे विद दाई चास्ट आई फ्रॉम दाई पेल स्फीयर अबव दाई हंट्रेस नेम दैट माई फुल लाइफ डॉट सोए, और करके लंबा सा है. ठीक है, जिसका मतलब है लेट मी हैंग ऑन द ट्री माई वर्स इन एविडेंस ऑफ माई लव एंड यूर थ्राइस सेलिब्रेटेड क्वीन ऑफ नाइट विद योर चास्टी आई फ्रॉम योर पेल स्फीयर अबव लुक ऑन द नेम ऑफ योर अटेंडेंट हु रूल्स माई लाइफ. तो मतलब अब जैसे कोई भी फिल्म चलती है तो उसमें रोमांटिक एलिमेंट होता है, तो वो भी जब उसका भाई उसको, बड़ा भाई उसको लात मार के बाहर कर देता है घर से, तो वो रोजलिंड को ढूंढने के लिए अपने he drafts a poem on a piece of paper and makes it stick on trees of the forest of Arden in order to let her lady love to know that he is there and he wants her to find him. जैसे ये हो गया. और इसी पे एक सिनिकल आदमी आता है. हिज नेम इज जैक्स And what he does is that he says, all the world's stage and we all men and women are mere players. और इसको भी थोड़ा सा पढ़ के सुना देता हूँ. ये आपका सीन 7th में आ गया. मैं हाईलाइट भी कर दिया, आपको दिख रहा होगा, मतलब टेक्स्ट तो नहीं दिख रहा होगा. पैराफ्रेज वाला पढ़ देता हूँ, ज़्यादा सही रहेगा, वो समझ में भी नहीं आएगा एक बारी में. All the world is a stage, and all men and women are merely players. They enter the stage, they go off it again, and one man in one's lifetime plays many parts, his acts being 7 ages, मतलब 7 जन्मों के. तो ये एक सिनिकल रिमार्क है, एक सिनिकल रिमार्क है. अच्छा, मैंने बताया नहीं निगेटिव कैपेबिलिटी वो पोएट्री में. ही नोज दैट ही कांट मैनेज टू फाइंड हिज लव लेडी. अरे कुंभ में हम लोग खो जाए तो फिर नहीं मिलते, तो इसमें क्या मिलेंगे? ठीक है, इसमें तो इतने सारे जानवर है, कोई देखा रोजालिंडी को खा जाए, खैर अलग बात है. ठीक, वो अलग बात है. अब अगर हम लोग यहाँ पे आए याक्स का, तो मेलंकोलिक है और क्वेश्चनिंग है. और क्वेश्चनिंग क्या, मतलब एजिंग, आइडेंटिटी और पर्पस. ठीक, वो जानता है कि एक समय आएगा जब ये लोग बूढ़े हो जाएंगे और जो भी, तो क्या ही प्यार का मतलब जो भी हो, उसका कोई पर्पस नहीं होगा शादी का भी. और खूब अलग अलग तरह के सिनिकल नोट्स डालते हैं. पर इसका इसका एक ये भी अर्थ हो सकता है, दैट द that though the tone is ironic and detached, but not moralistic or observational. There is nothing to observe in it. There is only to enjoy in that play. Okay, then I believe that time is over and मुझको बहुत मज़ा आया ये वीडियो बनाते हुए. मुझे लगता है आपको भी आया होगा सुनने में. और टिल देन बाय. एंड ये नॉवल पढ़ लेना, ये प्ले पढ़ लेना, ठीक है, एज यू लाइक इट, बढ़िया है. और टिल देन गुड बाय, एंड आई विल सी यू इन द नेक्स्ट क्लास. ओके.